What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And eBay is really, we know year after year, fourth quarter is when they do the most updates on their website. For some reason, after 23 years, it still makes no sense to me why they prefer to screw up the website in fourth quarter when people spend money the most in the year. October through February. October through March, really. That's the spending season. Today, we're going on 5 p.m. You know, I like to be at $500 by 5. On great days, I'm over 5 by 5. On good days, I'm 5 by 5. On crappy days, I'm 3 by 5. And I've had very little 3 by 5s in a long time, as you can see on this graph, except for today. $217. Yeah. 61,000 items. $217. My average was hitting almost $1,000 when I include the international and my second store. I was hitting almost $1,000 a day. Now, as I've said, I should be doing $1,200 a day, plus with the items I have compared to 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and what I had in the store at that time, 35,000 items. I'm almost double those items, and I was doing $1,000 days then. Of course, you got the economy and things like that that kind of take an effect. More competition, sure. So safely, I should be at $1,200 a day. So, yeah, not today. New store. 131. Somebody just bought a $50 pair of shoes. So once they pay plus the shipping, I'll be at $200. Almost $200 in my new store today. 1,200 items. So, what I decided to do was, because I'm sick of it. It seems like, if my theory is correct, and what it seems like, my old account, the big store, is on an old server that is just pure crap. The new account seems to be on a better server, maybe a newer server, since it's a new account. It was, 6 months old now or so? 7, 8 months old, somewhere in there. So I signed up for InkFrog. So I went ahead and signed up for InkFrog. It's now pulling my big store over. I'm not sure when it's, I don't want to, I'm waiting for it to do. I wish it told me when it's done pulling over. Because then I want to add my new store also. But I don't know if I can add them both while the one's pulling over. So I don't want to mess with it until I know for sure. But by doing this, and I have both stores linked to InkFrog, all I have to do is do a little filtering. I'll be able to do it by accounts. If I do it by account, I only got the one account so far, so it's only going to have those. But that will move all my other ones out of the way. But then I can type, shirt in here, and it'll pull up my shirts from the Urban Picker store. And then just with a couple of clicks, it'll end it and list it into my new store. So it's very easy, just a couple of clicks. I just watched a video on it. You supposedly click on the item, and what was it? I think you change the account here and then hit save. I'll watch the video again, of course, before I do it. Something like that. And then it'll end it on the big account and list it on the new account. So, and you can do it by bulk also. So I could, library, that's what I want. I'm new to this, sorry. I couldn't do this with the free thing, or I'm not sure if I signed up for it once a long time ago and just never used it, and so my 15-day free didn't work. So I had to pay $30 a month just to do this. But if I get it done with under a month, I'll just cancel it. So it only cost me $30 to do all this. But if I type in, shirt from the new account, I can do by bulk and just do all these at one time. And then just come up here to bulk. And I think it was listing actions they said to click on, and then you can switch them over there. I'll rewatch the video just to make sure I'm doing it right. I only do one at a time for the first few, just to make sure it is ending them on one account before it's listing them on another account, because you don't want to list the same thing on both accounts, because then you're going to get in trouble with eBay. So I got to make sure that's done first. And then for another precaution, I think what I'm going to do is I'll go into unsold, and then I'll just delete them so that there's no trace of them over on this account. After a few days, it'll totally wipe them, scrub them clean. I think it's more like 90 days, or maybe 90 days. Maybe it's 90 days. They'll be scrubbed clean of this account. So yeah, that's what I'll do, just as an added extra protection. But I think eBay endorses InkFrog anyway, so it's created to do stuff like this. So that's what I'm doing. This is just, it's beyond ridiculous at this point. And if you've been paying attention, with my videos, you've seen everything's been pretty good up until last about Thursday night. Whatever they did Thursday night, October 10th, is when things started to fall apart. But then it bounced back that next day, or not, 2 days later. And then I had a real slow start these 2 days. So they've been, they're $600 days. So I'm done with the $600 days. I'm done with them. I shouldn't be having them, period. So then yesterday I started out real slow again also, but had a decent rebound toward after about 7 p.m. Had a decent rebound on last night. But apparently they shut down again last night. I mean, I couldn't even post on the community board today. It's so jacked up. But $217 by 5 p.m. I can't remember the last time I've done anything that low. So I got to do something. I'm sick and tired of not being where I should be because of these issues on this account. And we know it's account by account basis, because you'll have people, somebody just commented on my Facebook post where, they have like $1,200 and done $2,000 a day in the last couple of days. So it seems like it's an account. Well, I don't know what they're selling. So, but just from my history of you guys and everybody responding, it seems like an account by account basis. But there are a lot of people complaining today. So it's unacceptable for a $1 billion company to be doing this. I wish I knew when it's done. So maybe I'll go ahead and try linking it anyway, just to see if it'll pull them over. The bad thing is it's pulling all of my items over, not just on the eBay US. It's pulling them from the eBay international sites also. Because here's a live one right here. So that's the bad thing. It's pulling. So it's not just going to pull 62,000 items over. It's going to pull. It's going to pull over 20,000 times 10 plus 60,000. And that's the thing about my account too. Everything is so slow on this account. The new account, everything moves fast, super fast. This account, everything is slow. Even when I called in the last couple of times I did, it's been a minute, but even the eBay rep says, your account is extremely slow. I go, oh, yeah, I know. Part of the problem. Just to do anything, it's freaking pulling teeth with this account. And they've changed the ended stuff the last couple of days. It seemed like it was part of whatever they did differently, this unsold area. Because everything over here changed for me. because I'm over here. Here, actually, this is already pulled up here because I do end and sell similar. Do about 1,000 items a day on the end and sell similar. So these are all bubbled now with a whole different little layout going on. So changing stuff that's not broken in order to break things. So the eBay way. And then I'm having issues too with days where things are not loading at all. So it's going to pull over 280,000 items instead of just my 60,000 items. So I've got to watch that so I don't, that's going to be a problem. So I don't make sure I duplicate an item, that I pay attention to the price point, that it's US price point. Actual dollar sign, I'm guessing, is going to be the only difference. That, got that. I'll have to look through here and make sure. But it's still going to be, it's going to be quicker than doing one at a time without InkFrog. But I just got to be careful, being that it's mixing everything over here, because I don't know if there's a filter. Oh, here's eBay currency. Here we go. There we go. So I can do it by eBay currency. Then my only problem is when I pull the other store over, can I do more than one filter? Yes. Okay, that won't be a problem either then. All my US items under Urban Picker, and then I can type in something like shirt and start there. Easier than I thought it would be. That's good. I'm glad it's detailed like that, that I can put in more than one thing. So that takes care of that worry and that stress. Awesome. I think I'm going to go ahead and tag on my other account and see if I can go ahead and get started, actually. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll update you guys and let you know what's going on and how it's going, and if I notice sales being more as they should on the new account once I start moving. It's going to be growing quickly here, so should be fun. Let's see what happens. I guess the good thing about InkFrog, you can always move it back if you want to. So that's what I'm doing. So, alrighty. What's up, Mr. P to the Wee? Alrighty. So just update you guys on what I'm doing, because I'm tired of sitting around complaining and not doing anything. And I'm not being very motivated to list today because the numbers are so freaking low. So if I do this and everything skyrockets, then definitely we're going to know it's an account by account basis. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. See you all in the next video.